YouTube. Good morning. Morning. Good morning, kings and queens. Hold on, let me back out, man. Let me back out. Good morning, kings and queens. It's not really a beautiful day in Las Vegas, but we'll keep it going. It's a beautiful day in Las Vegas, Nevada. Reporting live from Sin City. And watch out for that new mixtape. Coming soon. I promise you're gonna love it. If you're rocking with the boy for the first time, I'll be the KINGSPR33 King Spree. That be me. All right, man. Let's start this video off. Let's get into this topic. First and foremost, let me start off the video by saying this is my opinion, and the woman I'm about to speak of was a victim 100%. There's nothing she did at fault, not one thing. But we want to speak about, and we have to speak about, all angles of social media and how it can affect somebody. But let it be known once again, she is 100%, rest in peace first and foremost. And she was 100% nothing wrong. She did zero wrong. Now let's get into it. So, there is a report going around that in Texas, Richmond, Texas, a pretty famous Instagram model by the name of Miss Mercedes Morr is her Instagram handle. Looks to be an African-American woman, beautiful, looks real good. Of course, got some work done, but in this day and age, who hasn't? Just to describe her, clearly her job is Instagram. That's no disrespect. That's just what it is. Clearly that her job is like, she's the epitome of or was the epitome of the Instagram model. All right, let's get right into it. So apparently she was part of a murder-suicide, or victim of a murder-suicide. Some gentleman, I don't even know his name, nor am I going to say his name, strangled her to death at her apartment. And then killed herself. Real sucker behavior. But nevertheless, let's get into it. Before I go ahead and divulge my opinion, do me a favor, if you're watching this, please go ahead and like the video for me. Please go ahead and subscribe to the boy's channel, man. And I appreciate everybody that has been so far. I'm really feeling the comments. I'm really feeling the feedback. Keep leaving comments. Keep giving me feedback. So, ladies, gentlemen too, this Instagram thing is real life. Social media is real life. And unfortunately, we have actual and literal nerds in the world. And by nerds, I don't mean guys that are computer savvy or Dungeons and Dragons. I don't just mean that. What I mean by a nerd is, because there's nothing wrong with those people at all. What I mean by a nerd is somebody that is not socially aware. They're not used to speaking to, in this case, women. And they've been taught that if you pay money, you technically own. So I've seen many situations on Instagram where I'll see like a Instagram post and they'll say something to the effect of, who wants to buy me pizza for lunch? And though I'm not in their DMs, I'm more than certain people have been cash apping them. I've actually seen somebody get cash apped for said reason. A person that they don't know from another state will cash app them $50 just for them to have breakfast for the morning. There are guys out there, a lot of guys, that create this weird bond in their mind where if they give financial resources to a woman or man, but in this case we're talking about a woman, that they are almost dating this woman. They have ownership over this woman. Gentlemen, let me be the first to say it. Well, I'm not the first, but I won't be the last. Not the first, and I won't be the last. We don't own these women at all. We don't own these women. These women are here for us to enjoy if they want to enjoy us, and vice versa. You don't own nobody because you give them some money. You don't own nobody because you're paying some bills. You don't own nobody because you have enough expendable income that you can make somebody's day a lot easier. You don't own nobody because of that. I thought that was something that was given. That's strip club etiquette. Just because I'm paying for drinks, paying for lap dances, don't mean that when this money run out, she ain't going to the next dude. That's a literal thing and a figurative thing. You don't own these ladies. We don't own these ladies. And I know my dudes that are watching this, more than likely, they're not operating like that. The dudes I know don't operate like that. They might not be G's, but they damn sure ain't suckers. Not like that. But there are some sucker nerd suckers, all candies you can think about, that they're not used to speaking to women. The extent of them speaking to a woman, especially an attractive woman, literally is porn. And that's not even verbal. They watch a lot of porn. They might even pay for escorts, and there's nothing wrong with, well, there's something wrong with that, but some guys do that. They pay for escorts. They pay for, certain situations, and that's their extent of dealing with women. But now they start thinking that if they give a woman $50 on the Cash App, $100 on the Cash App, that they have some type of ownership. Now let's get more in detail with that. You take the nerd dude, the dude that's not familiar with women at all, the dude that was getting, I don't want to say beat up, but the dude that was not invited to the pool table at all. You take that guy, and let's say he finds a way to make decent money, so much so that he can support a person, be a sugar daddy. That's the term that's being used, a sugar daddy, right? There are some sugar daddies that know the code. They know they're going to pay your rent, they're going to pay whatever, and when they come around, things happen. Some of them don't get anything, but some of them do get something. They might live in a whole nother state, but when they visit in town, things happen. And in my opinion, what it looks like, this is one of those dudes. Somebody that might have been financing some stuff, because the report says there was no forced entry. This dude might have been financing some stuff. He might have convinced this girl that he was coming to drop off money. That he's coming to drop off an envelope of money. He can't send it for whatever reason. He's in town, because apparently he lives in Florida, she lives in Texas. He's in town and she's coming to drop off money. God, these niggas is, sorry, but these people that drive, they act like they, whatever. So there's no forced entry. More than likely, they got into a conversation. Once again, I'm just speculating. Maybe he made an advance as far as trying to make a move sexually. Because in his mind, I own this. In his mind, I paid for services. And she probably told him flat out, like, yo, listen, this ain't, what the freak? We ain't on that vibe, bruh. Like, I don't care what you thought. That ain't it. And he couldn't handle it. A lot of these dudes are not emotionally intelligent. They're not even emotionally like baseline, regular. And he probably got upset. Well, clearly something happened. And him getting upset led to, unfortunately, the end of a life. It's not right. It's not cool. It's not something we can make an excuse for. It is 120% wrong. And the problem is there's a lot of dads that are not raising their sons to understand how to deal with women. And by deal with women, I don't even mean like how to prosper with women. I'm talking about what to expect with a woman. Just because you speak to her, just because you give her money, just because you give her anything, don't mean that she owes you a goddamn thing. Now, ladies, yes, you should not paint a picture that's not there. You should not make these sucker dudes believe that y'all in a relationship. Don't make these sucker dudes believe that, a lot of strippers and escorts, they speak with the babies and sweethearts and, I love you, and they talk like that. But some of these sucker dudes don't know the difference. We keep it a buck. Some of these sucker dudes don't know the difference. And once again, the people that are watching this video, they're not going to probably relate to this. In their mind, they're thinking, I would never, ever. But there are dudes that get down like that, bro. There are dudes that get down like that. And there's a certain template, I'm not going to say, but there's a certain template of a dude that gets down like that. You know him when you see him. They're not the guy that you look at and be like, oh, I would never think that. No, you would fully think that. you would fully think that based on appearance. And it's a sad story. But unfortunately, it happens more than we think, actually. The reason why she got love is because she has a bunch of followers. But, well, not love, but the reason why she got noticed is because she has a bunch of followers. Once again, rest in peace. But it happens a lot more than you think, actually. There's many, or if they're not killing them, they're beating them up. There's many, I'm telling you, there are many suckers, man. The suckers that wear the mismatched tube socks. Suckers that wear the cargo pants with the New Balance. Like, these dudes really be nerds. And they have no idea how to deal with women. And when they get in the room, their palms get sweaty. But over the internet, like them to catch a predator type dudes, over the internet, they feel like if I give you XYZ money and you call me baby and you say good morning, that we're in a relationship. They make up in their mind a fantasy. No Dungeons and Dragons. They make a fantasy that they are dating this person. Only for the person to realize that in a very harsh way, usually, that's not the case. You're not dating this person at all. Ladies, don't feed into their fantasy. Let them know in the beginning. I know the hustle's the hustle and the game's the game, but be careful. You gotta be careful. Anyway, thank you for watching the video. Please go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe to the boy. And for the ones that have joined the kingship, I appreciate the love, baby. And I promise it'll all make sense real soon. All right, I'ma holla at y'all later.